Right, thank you for taking time for watching this video that you're about to watch. Now, I'd love you all to subscribe to my channel. Let's get the subscribers up. But one of my favourite and most loyal subscribers is one of my daughters, who she's just made this for me. Look at that. What does it say?
Subscribe to Colin.
So what do you want the people to do?
To subscribe to my daddy.
Good morning, internet. It is Tuesday morning. It's the 11th of November and it is 26 minutes past the hour of 11. So, the 11th of November? It's not the 11th of November, it's the 14th of November. So these digital watches, innit? I get, anyway, forget that. Right, now I put one on earlier, a little short. The weather was horrendous, but look at this. Just quick look. I know you're blurred out, but through the glass, look at that, eh? For the minute we have a bit of sunshine. Okay, so I have fallen well behind on old Gigi with one thing and another, what with the storm, and then we had no electricity, and then trying to put jobs around the house, and oh, God knows what else. And Dad's taxi, of course, and husband's taxi and everything else. So I've got to catch up. But I'm still got loads to do running around and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little shortish videos instead of doing one bit. Obviously the major thing now is the tappets and the oil change. So basically, but to get to the tappets, we need the seats off, we need the tank off. So instead of doing one long video of, the seats coming off, the tank coming off, and then the tappets being done, so what I'm going to do, for my sake as well as yours, because you've got to sit and watch, is this video is simply going to be taking the seats off and taking the tank off. I have no worries about the tank coming off. It's when they go back on again. I don't know whether you remember, if you watched the Himalayan one I did, when I took the tank off that the very first time, putting it back on was an absolute nightmare. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be the same. But I do think, comparing the two bikes, and I'm not knocking anybody because my love of Royal Enfield, as I'm sure everybody knows, I do think that the Meteors or the 350 range, whether it's the Classic, the Meteor, the Hunter, whatever, are a lot easier bike to work on. You've got more space and what have you. Okay, now, just a quick update on the Himalayan as well. Anybody who watched when I went out with my son on Saturday, the clocks, dearie me. Not instant, but virtually instant, it just fogged up, the condensation, the humidity inside, which, I sat down and I thought about this and I thought, okay, that new seal I put in, he's obviously worked, he's done a good job, it sealed up the clocks. The only trouble was, of course, you've got the heat being produced by the lights inside, you've got the cold air outside, and that's the problem. I still run, however, with it will, sort itself out, hopefully. That's I'm convincing myself again. But anyway, what I did was Sunday, again, the weather here was absolutely awful. So I took the clocks back off and I opened them up and I took them in the house and I just left them for a few hours, It's warm, obviously, the house was warm, it's a lot drier. Well, this isn't a wet garage, but you know what I mean. And I put them back together nice. So we will see. Time will see. Okay. Job in hand today is this. Let's get this all off. We're going to take off the seats and we're going to take off the tank. So let's get you in a position where you're sort of. Now I've got it up on the ramp a bit. Now we're going to start with the seats. Yeah, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because there's nothing wrong with it at all, but on the Meteor, everything is bolted down, so we got to start off by taking off the two grab rails for the passenger on the back. I would actually, in time, like to get a rack which which fits onto these two and extends back and just comes in. Not a huge thing, but a rack all the same, because I do like to, you know, to sort of carry stuff. Right, now this is a 6mm hex, yeah. So let's just get these undone first of all, loosen off, and then we can. That's a bit funny, still. Never mind. There we go. There's one. Oh look. I'm not going to get in there with me little bar, am I? Hang on a sec. Just don't go. Oh, hold on. Do it the easy way. There's only that one because of the grab handle for the putting it on the centre stand. So may as well loosen off these before I do all that there, and then I'll get a little 6mm, which I have here. I forgot about that. Is it going to go in? No, it's still not going to go in. It's going to be a pain in the bum. So hold on a sec. Go back to the conventional, and we will get an Allen key. Oh dearie me. Hey, right, hold on a sec. There's me thinking I'm going to get everything ready, yeah? And lo and behold, when you actually get down to it, I didn't get it ready, but never mind, eh? Right. Now this is probably going to be nice and tight then. Hopefully I can get it undone with this. It wasn't that tight really, to be honest, but still, never mind. I wonder if you can just get it now. How you can with this, yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not too sure. Just bring down there a minute. If these are different sizes here. One smaller than the other. I think it is. Yeah. By the look of that. Okay, so the back bolt is shorter than the front bolt. Yeah. For obvious reasons when you look at that. Okay, so let's just put them there. I'm just going to put that down there a bit, and then when I've got the two off, we'll. Do you want to come around this side? Hang on, I need to put the other light on, I think, don't I? Come round the other side, huh? So I haven't got my back to you. Okay, there's that. I'll take this one off. One thing with these bikes is they do have a lack of storage, you know, but there again, you know, I mean, hence the fact I would like to put a rack on mine, but time will tell, and the wife as well, because you know, we have to be careful what we spend. Right, I'm just going to put these two out the way for a minute so they don't get damaged. Right, okay. I'm just wondering, is this a spacer here on here? And if it is, does it stay in? I think it does. Hang on a sec. Thought this just should come forward, should it not? Old Gigi's hanging on for grim death. Oh, there you go. Okay, so these, they stay in there. I mean, you could take them out, but I can't really see the point. Yeah, pillion black. They do like to label things up. Right, okay, so let me just put this down here as well. There you go. So there you go. Let's get you up a bit more and tilted down a bit more so that you can see what I can see. How's that? Right, so okay, I mean, while this is all gone off, I'll clean all this down. I mean, that's just a bit of a protective piece there. Right, now these should be 10mm, which they are. So take these 2 bolts out here. Okay. You seem to have more room on these bikes to work on, you know, and it would appear that when the tank is off, there should be plenty of room to work. Okay, so let's just put this one down. At least I haven't got to spray these like I did. But it's really strange how the Himalayan had those brown seats on. Very strange, but still. Okay, so we're down to this now. I can't see the point of taking off the panels. Okay, bit of dirt in here, but we'll clean this all down. And we'll give all this a nice clean while it's all down. Well, I will anyway, I'm not pointless doing it. Right, okay, so basically we need to undo this little bolt here, which isn't very big at all, is it? And then we need to get this pumped up. We'll put some rags here and stuff it down there for when we tip the tank forward, and then we'll get the tank off. Okay, all sounds pretty good. Let's get rid of this bolt first. Well, hang on a sec. Let's pad a bit round the front here first of all, I think, so that we don't get any damage anywhere. And tuck him under there, quite hopefully, because it's all right swinging the front of the tank around, but to look under and everything. But yeah, I do, you know, it's nice if it's you know, it's nice if it's all protected. Now hang on a sec, because I'll probably put you in a different position there. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'll get some wood ready. I've got a block here. I'm not too sure. This is the one I used for the Himalayan. I don't know if it will do the same to that one. We shall see. But there is some more wood somewhere else. There's one here. Right. Okay. So what size are these? Do you think? Well, they're only little, aren't they? That's for certain. So let's have a look again. I didn't know what size these was because I couldn't get into them prior. So where are we? We're at 8mm is what we are. Okay, so have I got an 8mm ratchet? I have indeed, which makes life a little bit more easy, doesn't it, eh? Okay, so they're not both 8mm, so we're at 8 and a 10 by the look of it. I always forget Royal Enfield do this a lot, don't they, where you've got the one side's an 8, the other side's a 10, and of course the reason being is those that you don't have to carry double spanners on your toolkit, which I gotta be honest makes a lot of sense, really, doesn't it, eh? I always remember when I started working on the Himalayan, I said, oh, you know, every like bolts like this especially, you know, you end up having to do things like this, you know, the opposite side. And of course it does make sense, doesn't it, because you've got a toolkit, and if you've got 2 8mm, you've got to do 2 8mm spanners, you know, which means that your toolkit swells in size. If you've got one of this, you know, like an 8mm and a 10mm, you've already got the spanners, so it makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? A well thought out Royal Enfield, you know, you've got to hand it to them. Right, okay, so let's take this off here. That should just slide out there quite nicely. There we go. Now I'll probably thread lock most of this up. Is that nice and tight in there, I'd say? Certainly seems it. Blah, yes. Okay, so let's get this up higher. I'm going to move the camera in a minute, don't worry. Right, let's get you back round here, because now I'm presuming that this is much the same as the Himalayan tank, whereas, you know, there's all bits and pieces under it and everything else. This is tight in there, to say the least. Huh? It really is. Let's bring you this way. There. Right, let's have a look at this. I mean, there's nothing else holds. This is the... So, I'm just thinking that it's literally tight in here. I mean, yeah, okay, we have pipes and things to undo under here, but that just seems extremely tight there. So it's going to need a little bit of help, I think, just to lever up slightly. So what we'll do is we'll get an old tyre lever with some rag around it, and just ease that up. How's that? That's a nice snug fit, eh? There's no two ways about that one. Okay, right, so let's get back round this way again here. I'm going to move this pump here for the table so I don't go flying over it. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Right, we've got our electrical connection, we've got our fuel connection, okay, let's see if we can just prop this up a little bit. And I'm sure we can, one way or the other. We've got that all up the top. I'm going to put that in like that, which will hold that up there. We've got that nicely covered. Now let's get some light on the subject, shall we? Again, so that maybe we can all see what's going on. Okay, so basically what we're looking at here, look, if I can get you down, and the angle, I'm not too sure, but under there is this clip. See this clip there, which you press. There's two sides on this, yeah, whoops, two sides. There's one there and there's one on the top, I do believe, and then up here, see that there? That there is our electrical connection. But oops, as the tank slides all over the place, let's get this one undone first of all. Now unfortunately it's going to be a little bit awkward to sort of get you and me and the camera all there at the same time. What we do need, I think, is a little bit of rag, because normally when these come off, you get a little bit of petrol come out. It's normal. So if it's your first time doing it, don't worry about it. But yeah, it is normal. This here is extremely, just get my fingers in there and pinch these in. Yeah, they're always the same, these are. They always, I swear, if you had nice slim fingers, this job would be much easier. But I haven't, so there's no real reason going on about it, is there? But again, you don't want this thing to fall off, do you? This one's certainly not going to fall off, that's for certain. Right, hang on a sec. See if we can get a little stumpy screwdriver and maybe just some of these just do not want to come off. They really don't want to come off. You just got to be careful, you know. I mean, it's a good grip. It is coming off. Look, there you go. Sometimes just the pressure on with your fingers is not enough. It just doesn't do it, you know, and that's it. And you have to get something like a little stump in there. Be very careful with the tank and all that. Right, if you turn this pipe down, you will get a little bit of petrol coming out, but see, there you go. And then if you let that go now, it should be fine. Right, okay. Don't do this if you smoke, or if you do smoke, don't do it when you're doing this, because boom seems to come to point. Right, okay, so what we need now is the electrical connection, which again, let's have a look. He's up under here. Now I'm not too sure again whether I can get you in there close enough to see it that well, you know, but it is under here, and I need to have a quick look myself to what it is and how they've done it. I'm going to have to move you over a little minute because I can't get in there to see what it is and how it's done. There's a boot over it. There's a boot over it, and I think there's a little pull tab. Sometimes light just doesn't cut it. You just need, again, to sort of feel your way. Now you gotta, yeah. Okay, that's undone. There it is, look, see? And let me show you. That there, look, that there, that side bit there, you literally push that in, yeah, like that, and it comes off. Okay. Right, so we've got that there. Now, there's two pipes under here somewhere, he says, full of confidence. There's two pipes. Now, exactly where they are, I don't know. They're not where they are on the Himalayan. Oh, I can see them. Tasty little bit they've put them in. Yeah, absolutely. Hang on, I'm just going to go around here because I think maybe this could be easier from this side. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit, he says, maybe I won't, oh I will, I'm going to get just a little tiny bit of tape, yeah, shall I? Maybe not. I was going to get a bit of tape just to mark the one so I know exactly which one goes where. Right, first of all I need to take off my watch because there is absolutely no way am I going to get my hand up there with a watch on. Now I don't know, can I show you where these pipes are? I don't think I'm actually going to get the camera up here. Hold on, sorry, I know I'm throwing you around, but what I'm trying to do is, I don't think I will actually, but up there, no, well, I can't, no, sorry. If I would, I could, but I can't. So you're just going to have to, right. I mean, again, this is more so by just feeling these. Oops. Okay, so there's the one off. That's the one, and next to it is. Oh, this one's a little bit more. I mean, there's no clips on them at all. But this one here. Oh, bloody, ow. Oh, that's it. That's got it down. So the shorter one is on the left. Now, can I, you know what, I'm just going to block this back up here like that, so that can't fall off, right? And I'm going to drop the bike down, because I know if I try to get that off like that, I'm going to drop the tank. Excuse me a minute, and if I drop the tank, I'll be well upset. So I'm going to have to just pump it up for 1 minute, just get the bar out. Gently does it. Take the bar out and take the pump off. Move the bar. I left that there once, you know, and went flying. Talk about skating across. Right, let's get this down to a reachable height. There you go. There's that. Okay, so is that basically back where we want to be? I think it is. Right, now as you can see, it's a bit lopsided. Now there should be nothing on this tank now, nothing at all on it. So, but there is. We have something else holding it. Well, now what could possibly be holding that now then? Hey, it's not very good, is it? Okay, so I'm going to get that there, and I'm going to try and find out oh right, okay. This electrical cable here it clips on. It goes in like a clip, I think, like that. See? I wasn't expecting that, he says. Right, now it should come off, but it still doesn't want to come off. There's the clip there for the electrical cable. Okay. So, hang on a sec. I'm just going to put that there for a minute. And I'm going to come round this side. It's always fun when you take things off for the first time. I can't see anything. Alright, that's it. That's it. Okay, so there you go. Right. If I come round here and show you. So there's your two pipes there and there. That's where your fuel goes on. That's where electric goes. That clip, the cable was pushed behind that black clip there. Yeah. So of course, when I was lifting the tank, it wouldn't lift, would it? Right. So I'm now going to put the tank down here. I don't like walking around with it, I've got to be honest. Oops. That oops wasn't me dropping anything, by the way. Right. Okay, so there you go. Let's have a look, shall we? For a minute. All right. Oh, bit of a wobble of the camera there, like. Right, let's just move this block of wood, and I'm going to move my rag. Okay, so let's just have a look here. Okay, so that was your electrical cable, yeah. This bit here, there's the bit that you're pushing on the side, pretty easy to get off. That there is obviously your fuel. Like I said, this here was clipped through that black clip. Okay, so the famous rubbers, which on this bike hopefully are fine. Not too sure what that is there. We have a Euro 5 sticker there. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, all in all, let's go the other side of the bike. I mean, this will give me the chance now to clean this down. Now, what I'm going to do is, as well, is the coil has to be dropped off. Yeah, these are these two pipes. Look, yeah. So that's the order that they go in. Yeah, the longest one goes from this side of the bike. The longest one goes on the left hole, and the shorter one goes there. So to be fair, you can't really go wrong, can you? So yeah, we're going to have to drop the coil down. There's to get the. It just makes it a bit easier to work here. Okay, so that's that. Like I said, all this can have a good clean. You know, it's pretty dirty. In fact, I'll give it a little bit of a clean before I actually do the tappets. But yeah, there you go. Hey, we're getting there, aren't we? Okay, let me just put you back up to a reasonable height so you can see me, which of course is most important. There you go. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay, so basically that's the tank off. It's, do you know, I always remember I did a video on the Himalayan where I did exactly the same thing. I took the tank off, and okay, it's a similar procedure taking it off this bike. So I got an idea, but I always remember when I did the Himalayan one, this guy, I literally put it on, and within, I don't know, half an hour, this guy messaged me. First one didn't message me, left me a comment saying his exact words, and it's still there now if you go and look at it. Why the hell would you put a video like that on YouTube? And I think he went on to say, mate, you need to go down the pub or go fishing and that. Well, I don't drink and I don't go fishing, but never mind. The reason I put things like this on YouTube is, one, because I enjoy working on the bike, and secondly, you know, someone out there probably has never took a tank off before, never, you know, and maybe would like, you know, to do whatever, even if it's cleaning, because, you know, the thing is, you can clean this bike now, and for me anyway, that's an important part. But if you've never ever took a tank off one of these bikes and you haven't got a clue, and I'm not the only one, there's videos out there, there's some good videos, you know, that's how I've took it off, which now, you know, shows anybody else that's looking, that's how to do it, more or less, you know. And yeah, you know, little things like, hang on, the tank should cut, why isn't it coming up? Because there was that little thing. And you know, it just, okay, someone else does it. Oh yeah, I remember that guy, he couldn't get the tank. So that's why I'm doing it in stages, and that's why I'm doing another tank one. So mate, if you're watching again, don't bother asking me this time, because I've just explained. Right, okay, that's about it for today. You know, the next job now is going to be the valves, but I am going to give this a bit of a clean down first of all before I start taking off the valve, the rocker cover. Again, quickly before I go, like I said, the guy I bought this off, it went in for its first service. Now, I don't know if they did the rockers. I haven't got a clue. We give them the benefit of the doubt and say yes, they did. The gasket, they reckon it's good for a couple of on-off. So I'm going to count this as the second time off. So hopefully the gasket is good, because I haven't got one. I haven't got a replacement gasket. I am going to get one for the next time that I do this bike, which will be around about the 5,000 or maybe a bit sooner, because living in the Breton and the rain, you don't do an awful lot of mileage, and this bike isn't going to do huge mileage anyway. But for the next time, I will order a new gasket. So hopefully this gasket will come off. Yeah, I mean, if it does look a little bit dodgy, then I might get some gasket seal. I don't like using gasket seal, but maybe we'll see. Right, okay, that's it for today. Join me in the next one. Let's get the tappets done. After the tappets, it's going to be the oil and filter change. After the oil and filter change, it's going to be the clutch adjustment. After the clutch adjustment, we're going to balance the front wheel. And after the front wheel, it's going to be a little tinted fly screen for the front. There you go. List of jobs to do. I'd like to think maybe in between those jobs, because the Himalayan sat there ready to go, we can get out on a few rides with my son, maybe. We will see. He doesn't need his dad with him all the time, does he? Right, okay. But do you know what? And this was mentioned, and very nice of him too. I can see maybe when he's 16 and he gets his 125 and we ride off into the sunset, maybe the channel name will change. Drone on and Son. I like it. I like it very much. Right, okay. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you like what I do, please give me a like, subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks ever so much. Bye for now.